If you were to think of the sport of swimming, which athlete would pop in your mind first? This athlete is someone who I have been researching for the past couple weeks, and most people have seen him competing on the television at the Olympics. That person is Michael Phelps, and today I will be talking about his life as a young boy, his adolescent years, and finally his adult years. To begin, let's go over his childhood. He was born in Baltimore, Maryland, and at age 7, according to Rosewater 2012, he was introduced to the sport of swimming by his sisters due to his excessive energy output. His parents divorced in 1994, where it impacted his life in a negative way, and his relationship with his father was not very good after that. And here's Michael at age 7. So things begin to get serious at around 10 years old when he breaks a national record for his age group, and that competition happened to be in Austin, Texas. At age 10, he also begins attending the North Baltimore Athletic Club. He hires Bob Bowman to be his coach, and he happens to be his lifelong coach as well. Moving on to his teenage years, he competes at the 2000 Sydney Olympics, where he places 5th place, and he was only 15 years old at the time. And that's according to Olympics 2020. In 2001, he broke the 200-meter butterfly world record, and the following 4 months later, he breaks the record again, and he turns professional. In 2003, he graduates high school, where he competes at the World Championships. He breaks 5 world records and wins 4 gold medals and 2 silver medals. In 2004, he competes at Athens at the Olympics, where he almost beats the world record held by Mark Spitz of 7 gold medals, but he fell short and only won 6 gold medals. So moving on to an adult, his success skyrockets, and most of you know him from his performance at the 2008 Olympics in Beijing. He won 8 gold medals and set 7 world records. And after the 2012 Olympics, Michael decides to retire, but the following 2 years later, he comes back in 2016 for his final Olympics. And he happens to win 5 gold medals at the 2016 Rio Olympics. After retirement, he has his first child with fiancée Nicole Johnson, and they get married in June the same year. Now let's go over his retirement and post-retirement. He retired after the 2016 Olympic Games, as said before, and according to Olympics 2020, he is the most successful, according to the Guinness World Records, he is the most successful Olympian in history with 23 gold medals. He founded the Michael Phelps Foundation, which focuses on overall healthy lifestyles and as well as promoting the sport of swimming. He has a second son in 2018, and the third son followed shortly after in 2019. Currently, he acts as an assistant coach for Arizona State with his coach Bob Bowman. So let's recap. As of the present day, Michael Phelps still is the most successful Olympian in history, along with being one of the most successful swimmers in history. I went over his young talents as a little kid, his teenage years, as well as his successful adult career. And finally, here's a quote from Michael himself. You can't put a limit on anything. The more you dream, the further you get. Thank you.